going to be general for everyone's collective vibe and energy. I do offer Reiki healing, tarot reading, coffee cup reading, and candle wax reading on my website in the links below in the description box, TonyBomboni.com. Shout out to Amanda. If you book a 30-minute session with me or longer, you get a shout out your first name. Unless you say no, then it's fine. But thank you, Amanda, for booking and supporting the channel. You help support and fund this YouTube channel for one day by you just booking a 30-minute session. So if you book an hour, you help fund and support for 2 days, technically, right? That's how much your support is. That's how big an impact you make for this community. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I recently just started doing an hour-long tarot reading sessions. That's a new booking service. So go, all of you, check it out. Book yourself a service today. And you can even book, like in this video. So example, you can book a 15-minute Reiki, a 15-minute tarot, a 15-minute coffee, a 15-minute candle. And I'll combine all of it in 1 hour-long video for you, just like this. And I send you a video as an unlisted YouTube video link directly to your email inbox. You do not video call me, you do not live chat me. It's all done for your privacy, comfort, and convenience from your own home, okay? Alright, I usually get done between 1 to 2 days, and that's that. A lot of times, honestly, within a few hours, like pretty quickly. So yeah, it just depends on what's going on in life and free time and stuff like that. And I'm gonna do it, all these sessions in the format just as I do it on my website. So this is how I do my Reiki. You're gonna see exactly how I do my tarot, my coffee cup, and my candle wax reading. It's gonna be exactly like this. Okay? Alright, so that gives you a flavor, a taste of what you can get by booking a service. And this is why people book again and again and again and again and again and again for years and years now. Because they know the quality, they know the value that these services do provide. But do make sure to sign up for my newsletter. You get 20% off all my services for life if you sign up for my newsletter. So if you're the first time signing up, booking a service, 10% code Tony. If you've booked my services before, 20% code Tony too. Okay? You don't need to sign up for my newsletter to get the 20% off if you've already booked my services at least once before. But to avoid any confusion, just sign up for the newsletter. You get 20% off for life. Okay? Alright. So, I'm starting using my notebook here. I've been through quite a few notebooks as I've been doing quite a few healings over the years, and so let's start with this one. I'm gonna just write poopsies subscribers, since this is for all of you. And today's day and time is March 21st, 2023 at 11:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time Zone. And we're going to be performing this is done through a YouTube video, and performing a general Reiki healing for you, okay? Alright, so that's all the information. So I'm going to rip the pamphlet out. Relax, receive, breathe, trust in the process. Have faith this works for you and it will. Calling upon the universe, Reiki masters, spirit guides, Manam Takata ancestors, and any positive influences, energies, and forces to allow me to do this session on my Poopsie subscribers today. Getting a felt sense vibe with our energy field and allowing the Reiki to go through this YouTube video so anytime they watch it back, they may continue receiving the benefits of the session. So I'm going in a different order now, but I guess just intuition. How I normally do things. Right, and before I begin, I kind of did the order differently here, but I did forget to mention the tarot cards. So my intuition, I did not pre-select these cards. These are shuffled cards. I shuffle the cards and whatever comes out, and I do this so it can help me channel the energies further. So sometimes people don't leave me a message, or they just say general healing or whatever you feel intuitively. So I need the cards to kind of help guide me, like, okay, what's going on with this person, right? So I'm picking up that there is more work to be done, more spiritual work, more healing. There's not enough. You didn't take enough time for yourself. So we're going to take care of those needs today, and you want a more harmony and balance in your life. Lately, that's kind of been, I feel in the spirit, disrupted for a lot of souls. Or there's a lot of attempts. Others are making you others are giving you attempts at disrupting your peace, disrupting your soul, disrupting your harmony, your balance, your healing. Like someone's distracting you from what you're supposed to be doing right now. Like maybe you're spending too much time with the wrong people when you should be focusing on yourself. And yeah, because if you don't, you're gonna end up like the fool falling off a cliff. I mean, basically, like, not in a good place. Do you really want to have to climb back that mountain? Right? Like, you're on the edge of the cliff enjoying the view, not being led astray, you know? And someone's leading you astray, I feel. So, let's see what's going on then. So there we go. Allowing the energy of the pamphlet and the cards to go up directly into the doll as my Poopsie subscribers collectively here today, getting a general felt sense of vibe of their energy field. Give me a moment to process this energy. Thank you. Sit or lie down comfortably. Breathe deeply. Have a glass of water near you, and remember to eat a light, healthy meal after this, and get plenty of sleep so that any old potential stagnant energies can clear away from you. Channeling the collective energy. I feel like majority, like the energy's a little wavy and disruptive, so let's calm it down. A lot of you are caffeinated like crazy. Like, I'm talking Red Bull, energy drinks, coffees, caffeinated substances, sodas, sugary beverages. Like, you need to slow down. Sweets, like, just slow it down. Slow your intake. This is affecting your energy. It's actually not good to drink too much coffee. It really isn't. Cup or two, fine. But most people can't handle 2 or more cups a day. It's just too much. Know your body. Know your worth, even. Because if you don't know your worth, you're not going to take care of your body. You're not going to take care of yourself. It has nothing even to do with some of you food or your relationship with food and beverages. It just has to do with how you take care of yourself. Do you spend enough time alone? Are you always around someone that's sucking your energy? That's equal to eating a bad hamburger. I'm just saying. Like, it doesn't matter what we eat. What really matters is, how do we treat ourselves? You know, do we love ourselves? Do we always spend our energy on toxic people? Do we help the people that really don't need our help? We just always are pushing ourselves to help them. So what is that for you now? I'll be silent while I send Reiki so you can tap into what that is, what that's about. I see even people judging what you eat, so they think they're better than you because they eat healthier or whatever. Like, forget them. You don't need them in your life then. We're all different. We all come different shapes and sizes. Some of us can't help it. Some of us have to slowly change, but it's more difficult and challenging than others. So forget their opinion. Focus on you, and you need to part ways from this individual. I feel like a lot of them are secretly judgmental. They're not telling you to your face, but behind your back. So if you ever get a vibe that they're kind of judgy, it's best to walk away from these energies, because over time it's going to deplete you. So let's remove these energies from you so you can focus on your healing and enlightened powers, your true self, your highest form, your best nature, to love yourself no matter how small or, I hate using this word, but big we are. We all come different sizes. I have my insecurities too. I have my cellulite too, right? Like, we all come different. So instead of judging ourselves for that, we observe ourselves for who we really are. It's not about what's in the physical. It's about what's inside. And that what's inside will start to shift you in the physical if that's what you desire. But no one's forcing you to change. No one's even forcing you to love yourself. You're just asked to enjoy this moment. And whatever revelation you come through in this moment is what you're meant to do through your highest calling. Your peace is important. Your happiness is important. If you want to enjoy a big mushroom burger, be my guest. Enjoy that burger. Enjoy that meal with your heart, with love. I'd rather enjoy the fattiest burger than be around a toxic individual, which is more harmful. The toxic individual, of course. So with that said, love you. Love all your actions, all your decisions, all your choices you make. That includes what meal you eat today. That includes who you surround yourself with today. That includes what you give your energy and time to. That includes what you can allow to consume your energy. Because yes, there has to be equal balance, harmony of energies consuming you as we consume them. Correct? That's how you live in universal harmony and balance. It's not one way without the other, correct? You're just the center point between those two forces that composes you. And that's what makes you beautiful and amazing. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Even the most athletic, fit people have their cheat meals and cheat days, So, screw it. Screw their opinion. I feel like a lot of you have judgy people around you, so shoot. Good riddance to you. Okay, so I'm gonna put your stones now. And yes, someone could say out of love, like, we don't want you to do this or, be this way, but they come across more judgmental than, like, an opinionated than love. A really loving opinion would say it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're happy, right? That's how the true shift changes. You can't change someone's habits by saying you shouldn't be doing this, blah 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 blah. Bye Felicia. Okay, so cinnabar, green calcite, bloodstone. This one really drew me in, so a lot of you might have to work with bloodstone. That's also gonna make you feel really good and connect with your heart and what really matters and counts. Yeah, why not? I'll put Himalayan gold azestolite there and cryolite. So yes, we have cinnabar, green calcite, bloodstone, Himalaya gold, azestolite, and cryolite. So those drew me in intuitively, very high vibration stones. let's begin charging your energy. This session may go a little longer than 15, but that's because I love you. The 15-minute goes by fast. That's why I always recommend the 30-minute or longer sessions. You have good vibes though, just keep them up. You have to keep uplifting yourself. Keep reminding yourself daily, through routine, through habit, that you are loved. You deserve to be loved. This is just your checkup session, really. We've done these before. Just your reminder that you are important. You are needed in this world. You are appreciated. You are valued because you appreciate and value yourself. You respect yourself. And by doing these things, others will treat you just right, just the way you want to be treated. And that's the universal teaching of everything. In your interactions with others, specifically. That's the only law and rule we should abide by, in a sense, right? Treat others how you want to be treated. That's universal consciousness. So, there you go. Just a quick light healing. That's all we needed for today. Because you're good. You just needed that boost, that reminder. Okay. So, I usually read the oil. The oil did not drop in a word today, so there is no extra message for you. Kind of new because there was really not much else to this session. So, I'm going to leave this charging by the window for one day so Reiki can continue sending your way. Usually I take a picture of this as your receipt of doing and send it to your email if you book a service, a Reiki service. Thank you so much. God bless, love, and light. And we're going to move on now to the tarot reading. Okay, Poopsies, here is your 15-minute tarot reading. So let's see in general what we need to see and know, say and see for you. What's going on with my Poopsie subscribers? We just did their Reiki healing, so anything else that they need to know in general now? What's going on with their souls, their lives? Guys, I've actually been meaning to do this video now for like literally a whole year, but I just was so lazy. I'm like, oh my god, to do like 4 sessions in one video. It's a lot of work, especially if you do uploads every day, so it's like, okay, Tony, it's time. It's long overdue. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so what do we pick up here? Definitely your interactions with others, like I've said before. For some of you, it's your relationship with yourself, your interaction with yourself, really. I mean, it comes down to that. Like, your relationship with yourself is going to show in your relationship with others. So if you're always overworked, you're going to come across grumpy attitude, you know. Do you spend enough time with just your own energies? That can be hard when you live with others. Are you always around people? Do you always need to be around others? Is that really that good or healthy for your spiritual growth? You can't be spiritual when you're always around people. You just can't. When I hear people, I hear this frequently. I wish I had more ability, more time. I wish. It's always I wish rather than let me start and take action on that wish. But anyway, I digress. What I'm trying to say is there's always people saying like, oh, you know, I want to work on my spiritual, but then they're always around their friends. especially if you work a job, you have a family, and you live with others. When are you going to be alone? It's almost impossible. And then you do an extracurricular activity, or always go to some events, or you always go out to drink somewhere. It's like you're always around others, and then it makes it hard for you to focus on yourself. So no wonder you're not spiritual, because then it's kind of like, okay, how can I change that? We don't have to be loners. What I'm trying to say is, how can I change to where I can start to have more time to be more spiritual, where I'm not always coming across a certain way, and I'm always going out and trying to expect people to treat me differently. No. They will start to treat you differently once you do the work. And that's the part no one wants to do. No one wants discomfort. No one wants inconvenience. No one wants to be alone. No one wants to tap into their deep, dark emotions. That's where the problem is, though. You do need to do that. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere with others. You're never going to get the different result you're looking for. You're always going to get the same thing until you change. Nothing's going to change. And you are able to. You're strong enough to do this, okay? You are able to overcome anything, so don't be afraid to be by yourself with your own thoughts and cry it out, okay? It's gonna be okay. Alright? You're never gonna get anything good outside of yourself anyway, alright? This is gonna be a hard lesson. It's like a class that you fail every time. This is what that feels like, and you want to avoid it at all costs. You want to avoid it like the plague. You don't want to face what's difficult, the challenges that lie ahead. Because there are going to be challenges, for sure. You don't want to face them. You don't know how to face them. No one gave you the tools to do it. Well, hopefully this video helps you. At least you're not lost. I'll give you that much, okay? At least you're not lost, alright? But I think you're around a lot of lost people. That's the thing. For starters, ask someone how their day is. Do they really feel okay? And I think you're going to realize the humanity in others, that, you know what? Of course, how can I expect to change my life if I'm always around people who don't even know what they're wanting to do with theirs? Or feel lost and confused about their life. I do see people with family, wives, husbands, kids, stuff like that. But that doesn't need to be like the main focal point. You're good there, okay? Focus on you, okay? And it doesn't mean you need to break up. It just focus on you, okay? There's a difference. The healthiest relationships are where you're together, but you're not always like, you're focused on you, okay? You're not focused on them, because they're just another person at the end of the day. They're not blood related, okay? They're like, you just met them randomly one day and that's that, okay? So, focus on you, okay? Five of Swords in reverse, so I gotta say that, if you don't, I do see conflict here. So these two cards always, when they're together, it's like conflict. Arguments, tensions, okay? Five of Swords, Five of Wands. It's not good. Or like moving away, betray, lack of trust, like people moving away from you because you're giving them this uncomfortable vibe, this uncomfortable energy. And you know what? Honestly, this might naturally happen by you spending more time by yourself to reconcile your own thoughts and feelings. That's where your true power is. Everything's trying to distract you through other circumstances like media and all this bull crap. That's like, here, buy this product. This will make you better. This will make you feel better. But no one tells you, there's never a commercial out there that says, sit down, breathe in, breathe out, exhale, and think peace. Focus on what's in your heart. How do you feel? It's why we live in such a twisted reality that's so vague and fake and artificial and superficial and lackluster. And there's no life force to it. There's no meaning. That's why people feel like so depressed, because it feels like there's no purpose, because that's all there is all around us. All this bull. And so this is why people are angry with each other nowadays. This is why they're fighting, because they're not connecting with each other. We're fighting, we're screaming at each other for that connection. And we lost that connection. We lost touch with our fellow human worth. And that's why you hanging out in the bar every weekend and then going to your event or your hobby, you can go 100 times if you want, but honey, let me tell you, if they all lost their connection, what's the point? You're just going to feel alone. If they never treated you any different or gave you anything different, what's the point? Maybe there's other things to spend your time. Maybe there's things you want to do that uplift you vibrationally rather than depress you. That rather than remind you of that ex, rather than remind you, that friend that always wants to tell you about, you ever hear the expression like, it's in the Bible, they point out the plank in your eye, but they ignore the plank in their own eye. They should remove the plank in their own eye, Jesus said, before you help remove theirs. Because you can't see the plank in their eye if you have a big plank in your eye. You know what I mean? So we're all fighting each other's planks because someone else who has an even bigger plank in their eye decided to advertise to all of us, humanity, that this is what we should be, this is what we should do, this is how we should operate, this is how we should act. And no wonder we're lost. No. You need to tap into what's in your heart. That's what will guide you. That's your map. You have a map. It's called your heart. Anyway. School. So some of you also maybe want to drop out of this school because they're both the reverse. Some of you job, but most I see school for some reason. Because you're not getting that heart-to-heart there either. Maybe there's some social events or groups you go there that's not doing it. Some clubs. No, that's not doing it for you. You're so over it. You joined an organization, a party. It's not favoring you anymore. It's like you need to move on. You're not gonna get any different results. You realize even how maybe corrupt it is, and then you just walk away. And you walking away will make you feel alone, will make you maybe temporarily feel upset, but you know what? Work through that feeling. Why? Why did I attach myself with that group, that category, those people, that identity? Why did I surround myself with that energy that was actually not uplifting me and inspiring me? It was only taking from harvesting my energy. And you have to put your foot down in some instances and say, no more. I'm not going to allow this to occur anymore. I have enough self-respect to say I don't need to surround myself with these people. Okay, so again, I just keep talking, but this is whatever drew you in, obviously, okay? So, oh my God, was that 15 minutes? I'm not even sure. See, I didn't get my timer. Was it already? Let me check real quick. Almost. So I'm going to do what I usually do, 3 more cards and then 1 more card. Okay. Anything else we need to know? Honestly, for some of you, this will mean even your relationship starts to shift because you're not going to be the same person. Your partner's going to sense that, see that. It's not going to be a match as it used to be because now you're changing. Now you're not so reliant and dependent on others. A lot of you are going to be more independent for sure once you kind of connect with yourself to fight with, and that's sometimes, it can be the best feeling, but the worst feeling too, right? Doesn't this 3D reality feel sometimes like no matter how hard we try, or not try, or do or not do, no matter what we do or not do, basically is what I'm trying to say, you can never truly win. And it's like the biggest joke of all. It's like there's not even just one way. Everything just is the way it is. And it's like, whether I'm with someone, whether I'm not, whether I do this or that, whether I combine the strategy or not, it just is, and there's nothing. And there's no answers, there's no more guidance, there's no more messages, there's no more even reality. It kind of messes and twerks with people's minds, and that's why so many people don't want to dive deep like this, because it creates a confused, stirred up reality, and then it's like, okay, then what is the answer? What is the way? It's definitely not through one teaching, it's definitely not through one belief, it's definitely not through one, because then there's contradictions in those beliefs as well, and people don't want to dive deep in those. They want to ignore and deny reality. And that's what scares people the most, is that they don't know. So it does feel like fighting with yourself when you don't know. And that makes people feel like they're going crazy. So that's why they want to be around others, so that they can not think about these things, not think deeper. All these cards are pointing to you now shifting to focus on your new reality and what you're creating for yourself, rather than paying attention to what others are doing with their life. And that's going to be the vital, crucial for your new you. Moving on from old, boring, disinteresting energies, like, a lot of swords, a lot of air signs perhaps here, so that you're channeling that air sign within your chart to your advantage, okay? There's an advantage and disadvantage to every sign. The advantage to an air sign, or whatever area you have in your chart, is that you are able to be free-flowing, free-spirited, connect with your new tribe, sometimes connect with yourself, sometimes connect with others, like you're able to free flow, you're able to go within and without and within. And then it's like you don't know the answers, you just know that you don't know. And that's what kind of keeps motivating you to go forward, is like to find the answer, to find the solution, to find the source, to find the guidance, the message, the thing you're looking for all along, even if it means you find nothing. As long as you know that you find nothing, you're gonna be at peace. So in a weird, twisted way, it's like you don't even have to share this with anyone. You just kind of can keep this to yourself. And then if someone decides to dive deep with you and communicate these manners, then that's how you'll know that you can connect with them in that way, and that's that. But you don't have to. No one's forcing you. So I guess in a weird way, whatever I say, whatever resonates with you, there's no direct message. It just is. Okay? Sometimes readings do be like that. Thank you, 20% Tony too. If you'd like to book your own, TonyBomboni.com. Sign up for the newsletter though. Okay? You have to sign up for that newsletter. Get that coupon. Alright. So we're gonna move on to I'm gonna do the candle wax reading and then the coffee cup, so I can let the coffee settle some more, because I recently just did it. Alright? Hope that resonated with you somehow. Okay, let's step into what is going on with my Poopsie Angel subscribers. I intuitively choose a pink candle. I feel like some of you are thinking of buying a new car. I say go for it. This feels good. this feels right. I feel like it's time. It's a new way of moving around. Like I said earlier, if you don't change, your life's not going to change, so. As long as it can support you positively, make you money, why not? Go for it. It's definitely going to be an upgrade. Upgrade. For some people, there's like a trio, a group of 3 friends. And for some of you, it's either you or one of the other 2 people in the friend group are attaching so much to the trio. So it's like either you and one friend are drawn to each other, and then the outsider friend is kind of always the third wheel, but kind of like following you. But you guys don't really like them as you used to. Or it's you attached, some of you. It's you attached to that other 2, and you don't ever feel welcome, appreciated, invited, a part of that group. You never feel like you fit in. I'm not saying you should leave that situation, but if it doesn't feel right, maybe it's time to sit in that awkward, uncomfortable feeling and realize, like, maybe I shouldn't be around them. And you'll know what to do. You know, you'll kind of shy away from them, and then when they don't invite you anywhere anymore, they don't think about you, they don't like text you, you know, then that's how you know when it's time to move on to other situation. It's definitely more a situation than a friendship, so. And if you're the one has that good friend, and then the other one is kind of the third wheel, then you know what? Just don't be mean. Just realize that you guys just don't click, and that's that. There's nothing, no hard feelings, you know. It's not supposed to be like a popularity contest or who's better than. It's just, you just guys don't fit in with each other, and that's okay, you know. Just kind of show them through your actions and behavior that they're free to find others if they choose. They don't need to cling on to the group. Okay, so I see like an embryo, a child forming and developing. So some of you probably don't even know you're pregnant. Or if you're male watching, you know, yeah, you probably don't know your partner is pregnant. I also see a big heart, so now is the time to channel that big heart energy and be giving, be loving, be kind. As the eternal soul you are. These are good feelings. These are light energies. These are playful energies. Intimate, passionate. A lot of you are going to be very playful in intimate moments. And you're going to have fun with it. You're going to act like it's your very first time. That's how it's going to feel. This is a lot of new energy. So the reason you're parting ways with others is because there's new people coming through in your life, and that's going to invite this new energy that's light. It's not supposed to feel heavy. It's not supposed to feel like you don't vibe, you don't click, you know. It's not supposed to feel repelling. If it does, stay away from that person. This is supposed to feel light, free-flowing, loving, carefree, non-judgmental. You know, as soon as someone says, oh, you make me feel like, it's like a judgmental comment, stay away from that person. Sometimes you don't need to comment, and they don't need to open their mouth. Loose lips sinks ships. So sometimes you just read each other telepathically. You just feel each other's energy. That's more beautiful and powerful anyway than having to always open your mouth, or they open their mouth, or both ways, vice versa. You don't always need to talk to know that you love each other, and this is the playful light energy. Because the more talking that's involved, the more chance. It's like playing a lottery. The more you buy tickets, eventually you're gonna win, right? The more you open that mouth, eventually you're gonna get in an argument. So we might as well, just focus on love. And if focusing on love invites us to open our mouth and say something loving, then that's the right way to go about things. No matter who you're talking to, a lover, a cashier, someone at the gas station, someone in the street corner, be loving, because you don't know what they're going through. And quite frankly, you know what we always say, we don't know what they're going through. We don't even know what we're going through. Okay, so yeah, that was deep, wasn't it? I hit a deep spot, a nerve there, didn't I? Good. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, what else? I see even friends from other countries. Wow, maybe you're traveling to like another nation, and there's like a friend you meet there. Those are the best friends, aren't they? The ones that don't even live where you like everyone in your town sucks, but the ones that are like in freaking like Ireland or Timbuktu, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the best friends. The ones that are far away, that you like randomly met, that you don't even like barely know, and out of the blue, nowhere. Yeah. And honestly, online friends are the best friends. Like, let's be real. Like, they're better friends than the ones in person. I mean, let's just be honest. That's a true friend. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. A friend is a friend. It doesn't matter if you talk through a screen or a phone. You're gonna give courage to someone, inspiration, hope. Like, someone really is going through a hard time, and you're gonna give them exactly what they need at the right appropriate time. And that's gonna shift you. It's gonna make you realize your power to do this, to make this impact on other people's lives. But I see a screen, so it's like you may not directly, but indirectly. So maybe you open a YouTube channel, maybe you start a website, a podcast, a forum, blog posts, your own network, right? Like, maybe you meet others in a game and you just sort of form like a group or a guild or whatever, a teamwork. But when there are bad apples that try to fight in the group, just make sure to pluck the bad weeds out, okay? And not judge. Be loving. Just say, you know what, this isn't going to work. Don't be hateful, because the more hateful we are, the more that promotes hate in the world. And that it's a never-ending cycle. Like, they're always going to feel neglected, abandoned, betrayed. They're always going to feel like they're not the problem. It's other people that are the problem, and then they do something wild to show that, and we don't want that to occur again and again and again. It's a negative feedback loop. So just make sure that we remember to, if we have to let go of someone or fire someone from the work, let's say, or the group, just make sure you do it in the most loving manner, like the most loving way possible. Okay? Because we are all one. They are us, we are them. Would you want to hurt yourself? No. This is your reminder. This is nothing new I've never said before. This is just what's coming through in the message. But this is your reminder. This whole video feels like a reminder. Like I've already said all these things before in past readings. It's just more like, hey, let me remind you of your part of your purpose here. Like the realization. We forget part of our purpose is the realization of these lessons. Integrating these lessons. It's not, oh, that bad thing happened to me and I'm gonna pretend like it was just bad luck on a wheel of misfortune. No, it's nothing is by happen chance, by mistake, by coincidence, by accident. Everything is part of your divine blueprint for you to self-actualize, self-realize, self-awareness. Like, oh, I'm actually doing this over and over again because of this and this and this. Oh, this is not happening to me, but for me. This new age is going to teach you a lot. You're going to grow in wisdom like you've never grown before. You will learn things that you didn't even think were possible. I keep seeing 60, like maybe 60 years, like the next 60 years perhaps, are going to be like deeply, profoundly spiritual. Like you think you're spiritual now. Like, no. For those who are not, you're going to become. Whether you like it or not, life will become. Life will literally be spiritual. Like that's how life is going to be. From here on out, for a long time at least, okay? Like, at least the next several hundred years. I don't even see a conflict here. Like, you face your battles, but they're not even battles. It's sort of like, they're only battles if you make them. It's only an issue if you make it a problem, correct? So if you focus on the love light frequency codes, you're not gonna pay attention to it being an issue. There's people who are excited to take a test, and then the people who hate taking tests. It's an issue if you make it. Don't forget that. Okay? So this applies to schoolwork, anything. If you hate making new friends, why should you? You don't have to make new friends. No one forced you. Hell, you don't even have to do the test. You can fail. We all have a choice. But if you know it's something you eventually have to do, why not do it in the most loving way? So, I kind of also see like rose, like flower here. So just remind yourself, the rose doesn't always bloom. It has to have the right soil, the right water, temperature, everything, sunlight, air quality. All things have to work right for it to bloom. And that's why it doesn't always show up. The rose knows it doesn't have to show up. It just is. And I see you kind of being moved in many different places and positions in life. I do see absolutely the next 60 years. That makes sense. A lot of movement, a lot of people moving around. Like fish in a river. Like you're going to have to relocate a lot. So you're going to have no choice but to make friends, but to meet new people. So do it with love. That's where your true wealth resides. So there you go. And I'm gonna go with your coffee cup reading now. So I did pick a blue cup, so we're gonna finish off this session now. So this cup did spurt a lot of coffee grinds, for sure. So let's see what the coffee says. I keep seeing 3. Again, there's like a group of 3 souls here. But like one just won't let go. One keeps holding on. They're unfortunately the third wheel. So whether it's you or someone you know, maybe you feel like a third wheel because this one friend of yours is meeting everyone and they mama, and then you're just like, how are they attracting new people and I'm not? How are they effortlessly getting these people in their life and I'm not, you know? So instead of having that jealous energy, what did we kind of just talk about? How can you support yourself, stimulate your needs without needing someone? How can you do it in a loving manner? How can you be rejected but understand that it was done with love because they just want to tell you that you're better off with other people? So again, how can you tell this to someone if they're the third wheel? How can you support their journey without really being there to support them? Figure that out, and that's how you'll let them go, and that's how they'll be able to detach from you. It's not done through a shouting match, I'll tell you that. Okay? That's not the way to go. That only leaves a negative imprint on you, and then you have to repeat that lesson. So beware, wary, be mindful that when I say be wary, I don't mean be afraid. I say be wise, be wisdom, be mindful, not mindless. When we shout, have a shouting match with someone, that's a mindless activity. That's easy to do. That's the easiest thing to do. When we are wary in our maturity. We are growing tired and old of those past mistakes. We've had to repeat lessons, and we know we're mindful that we don't want to repeat them again. Universally, co-creatively, consciously and collectively. So we are wary of the subject matter at hand, and we realize that is not the path, that is not the way to go, that is not the vibration to resonate at and with. So once we grasp that concept, then we can move on and say, I can let go of this soul with love, not war. And they didn't even mean you harm, honestly. It's just this third wheel is maybe like irritating to the other two because it's just not a match. That's all it is. There's nothing personal. It's just not a match. It's like, yeah. Let's see what we see. Do you know how many people over the past 11 years have came on this channel and left, subscribed and unsubscribed? I don't take it personally because I know that as I change, I don't any longer resonate and become a match to the people watching at home, you know? So, in a sense, that's how you gain your power back. It's like, okay, I can't please and satisfy and fulfill everyone's needs all at the same time. I just can't. Even God can't, because if he did, everyone would follow. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no one can. So, yeah, I too have subscribed and unsubscribed to many people over the years because I no longer am on the same frequency. So, it doesn't mean I hate the person. It's just I'm no longer into or interested in the same subjects, topics, conversations, you know, as that soul, and I let them go and I part ways with them with love and say, I love you, you're amazing, but I no longer sit with this or resonate with this. Nothing personal. I enjoyed your content, but I no longer find it educating, meaningful, fulfilled, valuable for my life anymore. So I part ways with you. I don't need to tell them, and I never tell them that. I just do it without them needing to know, obviously, okay? Because we don't want to invite more pain in this life. So that's just one of many examples, right? So how can you show through your actions without even having to speak words, really, that you can part ways with that soul without having to move on? without having, even that. Honestly, even though that was a slip up, sometimes the slip up is the message in itself. Without having to move on, meaning ending in a fight and then having to move on from the fight. You see, the best way to move on from someone is not having to move on. Just letting go and realizing there is no breaking up. There is no parting ways. They've always been there, you know. I may not be subscribed to their energy anymore, but they still show up in my recommended box, you know what I'm saying? Or I still think of them sometimes, or I still see their tweet, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, like, block, delete from everything. Just make sure that person is, you still acknowledge their existence, and that you just, by you tuning to the new frequency, you no longer focus on them or make them the priority in your life any longer. Okay? And that's how you don't have to move on. You can just realize they're there, and you let go naturally with love. You realize they're there. You love. You may not even love that they're there, but you love that you can choose who to tune into. You have the power. And then they go away. It's kind of like an annoying mosquito that follows you, right? Like, you doing this to it makes it keep following you. You know? The bug spray will protect you. What's your bug spray look like? How do you protect your energy so that no one intrudes your space? How do you set that boundary without even making a single remark? But you do it in a loving, confident manner that doesn't come across a certain type of way. We can be guarded and defensive without being in insecurity, which is false confidence, ego, arrogance. Like, that's insecurity. Because that person's insecure, they come across that way. They tune to that insecure frequency. They come across that way to others tuning their antennas to your frequency. So, shoot, I said the message without even looking at the cup. I mean, do I really need to speak anymore? How much time we got left? 7 minutes, 6 minutes, so. Oh wow, April is where, like, things split for you, like, totally new group of people, new identity, new you. Yes. Remember, change starts with you. If you don't change, you're not going to change. Buy that new car. Buy that new wardrobe. Become the new you already. Act like it. You are already it. That's how you transform. Okay? They couldn't make the Princess Diaries girl a princess without changing her hair, her looks, her makeup, her, you know, the way she walks, the way she talks. Become it. You already are it. You just need to tweak a few things, okay? What does the new you look like? But also don't do it because other girls or other guys are doing it, right? Like, then it comes across insecure, then it comes across superficial. So, in this case, if it's not about appearance, what is it that you would like to change in your life? Maybe you're insecure about your house and how old it looks. I don't know. Example. Fix up your garden. Fix up the flowers. Make it look nicer. Till the soil. Put new grass. Water the grass. I mean, you know, have you even watered it? Nothing starts until you change. Again, nothing will change until you change. So, what needs to change? Maybe it's time to change that job. You've done everything you could. You've changed. And it's just the environment you're in. Sometimes it's just, so maybe sell that house. Sell that car. Buy the new one. Trade it in. You know, something needs to move here. You've been stuck too long. Something needs to shift here. Then That's when the split happens. April, that's when it takes place. Do it by April. I'd say do it now, like this month, honestly. This weekend when you have time, go out and do that thing. Everyone seems to be so busy every weekend, you know? So you might as well, like, busy, not really busy, but busy doing other things that they didn't have time to do during the work day, work week, you know what I'm saying? School day, school week. So do it when you have free time. This weekend, next weekend. You're not being rushed, but do it, get it done. Don't delay what you need to do, you know? Make sure your priorities in order. Get that oil change, check that mailbox. You know, maybe it's been 5 days of mail piling up and the post office man or lady is getting frustrated at you because they keep grabbing more and more. So clean up that house, do those chores, you know, get those dishes done, get it out the way. That's how you invite better energy into your home and your space anyway. So this is what I'm sensing here. Don't delay. And that's how things will change. Oh, when I cleaned up the house, no wonder I attracted that new person in my life. You see, you know, you can't with stagnancy. You're always in stagnant energy. You're always going to get stagnant results. A lot of you, it's like change those shoes, change those boots. They're ripped, they're torn, you're going to get hurt, you're going to trip, you're going to fall, you're going to break the heel. Change it. It's going to rain, water's going to get in. Change it. Change what's old. You need to buy something new. Let's put my finger here and see one final message. It's going to take you some time to download the new you, to realize, oh, this is the new me. This is how I appear, how I look to others, how I come across. Sometimes you need someone's honest opinion to be like, okay, I don't like that opinion. Let me do something about it so I can change the way I come across. Maybe I need that bow tie in my hair. Maybe I need a bow tie in my neck. My collar, rather. And when you smell good, you look good, you feel good, and you come across good. You see what I'm saying? You look happy, you look vibrant, you look thriving, you look cute and adorable and beautiful and sexy and gorgeous and hot and brilliant. You know, like, there's a good energy behind looking good. It's just what it is, so yeah. But your best beauty is the smile, you know? It really is. Doesn't matter how our teeth look, okay? If you smile, it makes everything better. It makes everyone around you smile. And then it doesn't even matter how you look. It just is what it is, so yeah. It's time to get out of that slump and realize the real you, the new you, the true you all along. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed your coffee, candle, tarot, Reiki. Best wishes. This is your encouraging motivation to change and become the new you, the real you, the ultimate you, the one you've been looking for all along after all these years, all this time. God bless, love and light. Take care, my poopsie loves, and I will see you